Whenever you're ready.
My name is Katrina Donaldson. My journey started on January 28, 2014. My grandson was racially bullied on the bus and also assaulted. And during our crisis, we got in touch with the school system, in fact, the very same day. And we never heard from them. Again, February 10th, my grandson was assaulted and bullied again on the bus. And we set up for a meeting that was canceled because there was no lawyer that was going to be there for the school. So we finally got another meeting together, and by this time I had spoke to the Department of Education, and in the meeting, 1 hour meeting, the N-word, nigger, was used 9 times by school officials. They come from Central. There were 2 principals, the SRO, there were black people that said it also. And I told them that it was derogatory. The second meeting we had, it was used again 3 more times in that meeting. Mostly, I just want to say that this is about a child. At the time, he was 11 years old. The school district has done everything they can to retaliate. In fact, they did. They retaliated against my grandson by putting him at the front of the bus with the bully over spring break. And by the time I got him back in, it was at least a week into school. But also I have findings, summary findings, investigation from the Tennessee Department of Education Office of Civil Rights, and they found the school district to be in non-compliance. They discriminated, retaliated. It wasn't a safe environment, hostile environment. They broke Title VI violations. And I now have a lawsuit in federal court that might be coming up in the fall. But some of the same players in our journey were in Patricia Hawkins too, and they talk the same way. This is not a one-time thing, the way they talk to us. There was no stuttering. You know, they just said what they wanted to. I've been to court once, and the judge has said that he was disturbed because they didn't even recognize racial harassment. But as I said, also this district and this county do not understand about racial harassment because one of the principals was running for county mayor. And
now
he did. He was running when this investigation started, and so he ran for that. And now he's been promoted. Some of the been promoted to the main office. The hatred that it seemed like that was in it. All I asked for was policies and procedures, and I had my advocate with me. And Principal Brown laughed in my advocate's face. They told me I wasn't getting any documentation. In fact, they didn't have any documentation. But I did tape both of the meetings, and I have the recordings for them in their own words. They knew that I was recording, and it still didn't stop them. Like I said, from saying the N-word, they never hesitated to say it. Only one of them used N-word. Everybody else used the word nigger. And I'm sorry to say it because I don't like to say it, but that's the tone of the meetings. That's the tone of this school district. And so the common practice of just victimizing children, parents, when they're already in crisis. Even today, parents will not come to this event because they're scared of retaliation. I know that for a fact. And just the racial harassment and not to acknowledge it. You know, they've got attorneys from Cool Springs, the attorney here, they're paying out a lot of our taxpayers' money on this when they've already been found guilty of most things. But they did one time say that in court proceedings that we, the parents, were responsible for our grandson because we won't drop the lawsuit, that we're responsible for his humiliation and the other things that are wrong, you know, that have happened to him. I don't know what else to say, but we need help. It's not so much about changing people's hearts, which we wish we could, but it's going by the law and treating people with respect, civility, and not like they're second-hand citizens.